What's up, everyone? Say hello to Mr. Oban. I just picked him up here in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. And over the next few days, I'm going to be transporting him all the way across the country to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So come along with us for the ride. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Doug the Dog Guy. I'm the owner and founder of Bad to the Bone Pet Care. We are a team of award-winning pet sitters and dog walkers based in Jacksonville, Florida, and I travel all over the country offering private, long-distance pet transportation. So I only transport for one family at a time, and I'm typically driving their dog in their car, and that is the case for this transport. So I'm going to put Oban's harness on, I'm going to get him buckled in, and then I'm going to put an air tag on him and share his location to his parents. That way they can actually track our exact location for our whole journey across the country. And then after we get situated here, we will start heading towards Albuquerque, New Mexico. Alrighty guys, we've been on the road for a little over 3 hours and we are stopped here at the Petrified National Forest Entrance Center to get a little walk and potty break in. Oban is doing great in the car so far. He is just a big, goofy dude. I think we are going to have a really fun drive across the country together. On all of my long-distance pet transports, I always try to stop about every 2 or 3 hours. That way, the dogs can get lots of walks, lots of exercise, and it's just a break from the car, and it makes for like a much easier and more enjoyable day for us. And you know, I love getting to see things like this here at the Petrified Forest National Park. We're going to see lots of other cool stuff on our journey across the country that you will see in this vlog. And you know, the whole reason I got into pet transportation is because I love animals, of course, and I already had a pet sitting and dog walking business in Jacksonville, and I love traveling, and I love seeing the world. So just getting to combine my two passions for pets and for traveling by offering long-distance pet transportation is just, it's like a dream come true for me, especially when I get to drive really fun dogs like Oban here. While we're stopped here, I went ahead and booked our room for the night. We're going to be staying in an Econo Lodge on the west side of Albuquerque, so we have about 2.5 hours left for the day. All right, it's a little after 6 o'clock, and Oban and I just got settled into the Econo Lodge here in Albuquerque. So we actually did about 500 miles of driving today, which is a good bit further than I thought we would make it because I only got like 3 hours of sleep last night. I had to pick up a pet sitting client from the airport at midnight last night, and then I had to be back at the airport for my flight at 4 a.m. So I'm running on very little juice today. So I had planned on a very short driving day, but Oban and I were feeling really good this afternoon, so we kept on trucking here to Albuquerque. We just went for a little walk around the hotel, and then Oban had dinner. Oban is a super sweet, goofy old man, and we had a really great first day on the road together. Good morning, everyone. We had a great first night together here in Albuquerque. We're about to get on the road now. We'll be stopping at the Cadillac Ranch outside of Amarillo, Texas, here in just a few hours, and hope to make it a little bit past Oklahoma City today. All right, guys, we've been on the road for about 4 hours this morning. We are now at the Cadillac Ranch here outside of Amarillo, Texas. These are 10 Cadillacs that were just buried here in this field off of the interstate back in the 70s. Now it's a roadside attraction where you can come and spray paint them and get cool pictures and everything. And I think they have festivals out here a few times a year. I've been here a couple times on my pet transports over the last couple of years, and Oban is loving it. The weather's perfect for a little walk, and he has been determined to roll in this dirt. I'm really trying to not let him so he doesn't get too dirty. It's a little after 7 p.m. and we just got checked into a Days Inn here in Okemah, Oklahoma, which means that we did about 600 miles of driving today, which means we are right on schedule. It has just been smooth sailing, knock on wood, no traffic, no bad weather. And then Oban is just such a good, easy boy to travel with. He's eating dinner right now, and then we'll be settled in for the night, and we'll hit the road again early tomorrow morning. Good morning, everyone. We had a great night here at the Days Inn in Okemah, Oklahoma. We're about to get back on the road now and hope to make it to around Nashville, Tennessee tonight, which means that today should be actually a pretty short day for us. We got a little bit ahead of schedule yesterday, and we're actually able to sleep in a little bit this morning. I stayed up till after midnight doing work on the computer last night after we got checked into the room. That's something that I don't show a lot in my vlogs here, is that I do still have my team of pet sitters and dog walkers back in Jacksonville, Florida, and I'm still running and managing my business and coaching other businesses while I'm on the road transporting dogs across the country. So I love every second of it. So grateful to get to do this, and I'll check in with you guys soon. We're stopped here at the Arkansas Welcome Center, getting a little walk in and stretching our legs. We're making great time so far this morning. We're going to be going through Memphis, Tennessee here in a few hours. So I think we're going to try to stop and see the pyramid that's there, if it's not too crowded. It is Saturday right now, and I don't like to take transport dogs out in super crowded areas. So we'll see how it is when we get there. On that note, you'll notice that on all of my pet transports, I always look for rest stops and parks and nature trails and things like that for our stops. I try to never take dogs out at gas stations just to limit the amount of risk that they are exposed to. You know, at gas stations, there's just so much going on that it makes it a little bit more stressful for the dogs, and for me, they're just exposed to more things. So safety is always at the forefront of everything that I do as a pet sitter, as a dog walker, and especially as a pet transporter. It's a little after 7 p.m. and Oban and I just got checked into a Super 8 motel here on the west side of Nashville, Tennessee. He just gobbled up his dinner. I'm sitting on the floor with him, giving him lots of love, lots of ear scratches and butt rubs right now. He's just such a good boy. We're having a great trip across the country together. We did about 600 miles of driving together today. So we are a little bit ahead of schedule. That's looking great. We had a lot of traffic in downtown Memphis today. I had hoped to stop at the pyramid and get some pictures of him in front of the pyramid, but I mean, it was just a madhouse in downtown Memphis today. We sat in stop and go traffic for over an hour, so that stop did not happen. But we did get several good walks in at a couple different rest stops today. And now that he's had dinner, we'll get a good walk in here at the motel. And the reason that I actually picked this motel is because it is really close to the Parthenon. If you guys have not watched any of my pet transportation vlogs before, you know that I always stop at the Parthenon that's in Nashville every time I come through here. So I just think it's so cool. So we're going to go there first thing tomorrow morning before we get back on the road. Good morning, everyone. As promised last night, we are starting our day at the full-size replica of the Parthenon that's here in downtown Nashville. So Oban's family can officially say that he is a world traveler. He's been to Greece. I always come here on my pet transports. I think this is such a cool place. So this replica of the Parthenon was built in 1897 as a part of Tennessee's Centennial Exposition. Back in 1897, when they celebrated their 100th anniversary as a state, they were really trying to corner themselves as the Athens of the South. So they built this thing, and I think it's just a really interesting and cool part of American history. And like I said earlier in this vlog, you know, getting to see things like this as I'm transporting dogs across the country it's just so cool, you know, and that's why I love doing this so much is I get to combine my passions for animals and combine my passion for traveling and experiencing the world all in one, and I get paid to do it. You know, I mean, just look at this. This is just such an incredible way to start the day. Alrighty guys, it's a little after 7 p.m. and Oban and I just got checked into a Motel 6 here in Winchester, Virginia, which means that we did another 600 miles of driving today, which means that we only have 300 miles left to get him delivered in Philadelphia tomorrow. And then I will have my flight home back to Florida at 3 p.m. tomorrow. I'm really kind of sad to be wrapping this gig up with Oban. We've had such a smooth journey across the country together. He's just such a good, sweet old man, and he's so easy to travel with. He's a good boy, and he loves his ear scratches and his butt rubs, and we've had a really good trip together, so I'm very grateful. Good morning, everyone. Oban and I had a great night here in Winchester, Virginia. We just got loaded up in the car, and we are getting ready to start our last day on the road together. We just have about 3.5 hours to get to his new home and deliver him, and then I'll take an Uber to the airport and fly home from there. So I'm a little out of breath right now from our morning walk because of how cold it is out here. It's like 20 degrees in Virginia this morning. I'm not going to film the delivery with his family or the flight home, so I'll call it a video here. If you need your pets or your car transported, you can head over to our website, badtothebonepetcare.com/transportation, and you can see exactly how my long-distance pet transportation works, and there's a form for you to get in contact with me there. I absolutely love being a pet transporter and getting to help families in this way. You know, like I said multiple times in this video, I'm getting to combine my passions for animals and for traveling, and I get to help make a family's move a lot easier and smoother for them. And I get to love on the dogs and make their days really awesome too. So I'm just so grateful to get to do this, and I would love to help you and your family in the same way. So with that, I'm Doug the Dog Guy, that's Oban, and we're reminding you to stay positive.